Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on 3D shapes, and the question says complete the table, and in the table you were told the name of the shape, and you've been given the names of the shapes here. You've got the number of faces and you've got to write the answer in these boxes here, and this will give you 1 mark for getting all 3 of these numbers correct. So your key fact, you need to know what this word here, faces, means. So a face means a flat surface or shape. So how many flat surfaces are there of the shape? So the easiest way to do it is to imagine what the shape is or draw it out to help you count the number of faces. So you've got to imagine that you know what all these shapes are, and then you've got to work out how many faces there are or how many flat surfaces there are on each of these shapes in order to work out the answer. Press pause, get yourself a pen and paper, see if you can work out the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Fantastic work. So hopefully you've managed to work out the answer to these 3 questions. And as I said, it is really key that you know what these words mean. So the first shape here is a cube. So you should all be very familiar with a cube. The most obvious cube shape that you probably come across is a dice or a die. So if you think about the little dice that you throw when you play any game, that is a cube. And it will look something like this. Or you can think of an ice cube. That's why it's called a cube, because it's an ice cube. So when you're looking at this, we're looking at the number of faces. So you can see at the front is 1 face. At the back is another face. Then you've got the side on the left, the side on the right. You've got the top, and you've also got the bottom, which gives you front, back, which are 2. Side and side is 2. Top and bottom are 2. Which gives you 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6 in total. So there are 6 faces on a cube. So you should be familiar that a cube has got 6 faces. The next one is a pentagonal prism. Now remember, there is a difference between a prism and a pyramid. A prism is a shape where it's got the same shape all the way through it, and a pyramid comes up to a point at the top. So if you think of ancient Egypt pyramids, they always come up to a point. So that's the difference between a prism and a pyramid. So the prism is a pentagonal prism. Now you need to know what a pentagon is. So you should be familiar that a pentagon is a 5-sided shape. So a pentagonal prism has got a 5-sided shape at the bottom, a 5-sided shape at the top, and then it's just got lines drawing them. So it's exactly the same shape all the way through, and the shape that it is on either end is defined by this first part of it, which is the pentagon. So if you look at this shape here, we know it's got 5 sides. So that means there's 5 sides going round the sides, because there's 5 sides to the shape. So you've got 5 going round the sides. You've got 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So a pentagonal prism has got 7 faces. The last one is a triangular base pyramid. Now a pyramid always comes up to a point, and it tells you it's got a triangle at the bottom. So it's basically a triangle at the bottom coming up to a point. And if you work out the faces on here, you can see there's going to be a face on the left side, the right side, and then 1 at the back. So that's 3 at the top, and then the one it's sitting on, which is going to be 4. So a triangular base pyramid has got 4. So you've got the number of sides, which is going to be 3 in this case, plus the 1 at the bottom, which is going to be 4. That will give you 1 mark in the exam. Give yourself a big tick if you got those correct. Great work, you've done really well. The mark scheme shows the answer in the boxes for 1M, and you have to get all of them correct to get the mark on this. Give yourself a big tick if you got these correct, and please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.